We're debating the merits of fish oil, so that's what this is all about. But hey, it's Dad, and it's the Pixel Erasure team, and we are here on Sunday night, ready to play some World of Warcraft Cataclysm, and we've got a gang of 4 space goats and their pet human warlock. So I'm the pet human, obviously, and yeah, that's the thing. Hey, where do you guys go get? Or how do you get the stone to reset your talents?
I don't know.
Crickets.
Wow, good question.
I do not know the answer to that question.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought I'd ask.
I think you just go to the trainer and you ask them to reset your talents, and they charge you gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's how it's done.
Okay. Because I was going to go and reset my talents for Destro. I thought I'd go destruction.
Oh, I think you can. I think you just buy your dual specialization just once, and then you have to pay gold to reset your talents, and the gold cost goes up, but it resets every now and then. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't remember how often it resets.
I don't recall how much it is either. I was going to go check it out.
Yeah, it does. It resets, but I just don't remember.
I'm going to go see the trainer and see if they'll let me respec or not.
It might be worth just dual specking.
Yeah, I'm dual spec'd. I spec'd into elemental so I can quest if I need to, if I'm in trouble.
Also,
or if somebody else decides that they want to.
You see the trainer for your dual spec as well, just like the
Uh-huh.
other one? Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that you could do that.
Yep, this is the first one where you can dual spec.
Okay. Let's see if I can't do that right now.
Sure, what's in there, bud?
Oh, there we go. I wish to know about dual talent specialization. I can almost pronounce it. Hey. The dual talent specialization allows you to keep 2 active talent sets. You will be able to easily switch between these 2 specializations. When you switch between sets, you'll also gain access to a second glyph pane and a second set of action bars. Oh, okay. Oh, I got to reset all my action bars too. Yeah.
Switching cannot be talents. Yeah.
Yeah, switching cannot be performed while in combat. Will consume your available resources. Yeah. Okay. I will.
And the annoying thing is,
you got to save room for all the new gear you want for that specialization too.
Yeah, I'm hoping that it's like. Okay, I went ahead and created it, but I didn't. I haven't like trained for it, so we'll just do it that way. I'll mess with it offline.
Okay. So it looks like we got the Stratholme service entrance or the Blackrock Depths detention block. Again, is our options. Surprise us.
surprise yourself while you're at it.
And here we go. Queued. And the surprise is
Portuguese.
Strat.
Yay, we're back in Strat.
Okay. I think we know this one.
Hopefully. Who's making mana cookies?
I'm making them.
The mage. The only guy that can cook.
Yeah. He's our baker.
I mean,
These are
you're a fire spec, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So
I'm
why
a
wouldn't
butcher,
you
a
cook?
baker, a candlestick maker.
Don't burn them.
How would you tell?
Whether or not I can bite into it.
You're a
Thank
goat.
It doesn't mean I can't eat it. It just means whether or not I can bite into it.
Or swallow it whole.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. I've done my tiny bit. I can go home now.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay, I went ahead and did the dual spec thing, but I haven't.
Configured.
I'm
Yeah.
not going to mess with anything. Or our healers back there going, hello.
It would help if I hit the right button.
Oh, I also
That's usually
forgot.
how.
When you switch specs, you lose all your mana.
So don't do that during fight.
Yeah, please don't do that yet.
Too late.
I'll just wand this one to death.
Do you even wow, brother?
Oh man, details.
Bringing that blue bar back up.
Yep.
Have a cookie.
Actually,
They're
I
free.
drank some moonberry juice, but
Cookies will do it too.
yeah, I might do both. Oh, it also has some greater mana potion, which will boost it very rapidly. Okay, I'm good. Let's go.
I don't even know how to do that. Sorry, I got distracted by something that was popping up on Discord.
Something shiny?
Yeah.
Discord shiny. Oh, we spring around with a mailbox this time?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, let's try to do the mailbox.
I just clicked on one.
Well, I noticed that because these invisible postmen showed up.
Yeah.
These very angry postmen. These postal
You're going
postmen.
postal, yes.
These guys are post hoc.
Also a very resilient postman.
Well, it's all that walking around, you know.
Well, you know, neither rain nor snow nor glom of Nick can stop them.
It helps if I aim where I'm shooting at.
That
Well,
does usually help.
by definition, you shoot where you're aiming.
Well, that last time I didn't. I just kind of shot randomly.
Yeah, but wherever you were actually aiming may not have been where you wanted to.
Definitely wasn't where I wanted.
Yes, but did you get anything?
I guess.
Hey, I forgot. Grab my loot from these guys.
Forget your loot.
So I got
All the
distracted with this
loot.
Discord thing that apparently you can stream World of Warcraft War Within to a friend for 15 minutes and win a Parlak pet.
Oh, so they're doing a giveaway, huh?
Yep.
How nice. Gotta keep up with the
Who do we
Joneses.
do this with?
It's on Discord. It's something popped up in the little feed here and it said accept this quest, and then the quest is stream
Oh,
the
it's
World of
available.
Warcraft.
Accept quest.
Yep.
I already have the game. How's it gonna know when we're streaming?
Well, it streams through Discord, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do we have to get the game? I already have the game. What's that? Get. Yeah, I already have it, guys.
I don't have a target.
All right. So there was the one mailbox over there. Do we need? Are they going to be in multiple locations?
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
there's
like
you have to
three
do
of
it-
them.
3 of them,
Okay.
but I don't know if there's only 3.
I've been
I-
looking around for them as we've been going.
Yeah. I don't remember if there's only 3 or what. But it takes us on the 3rd one. You get the guy.
Appropriately named.
Yeah. Postman Maloned. Wait a minute, Mr. Postman. Postman.
Oh, now wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
We need to kill you, Mr. Postman.
I've got 2.
Nope. Haven't got a 3.
Yep. Yep, you do.
He's on me. You know, monster.
Oh, now we got the Banshee.
Oh. I guess putting my totems down might be a good thing too. I've been playing a mage for 2 days and I can't remember shit now, so sorry.
Was that your main?
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm going to be maining my mage or my hunter. I'm just trying to get them both up as soon as possible so I can decide. Arcane sure is fun.
Yeah, I figured
Yeah,
I
I've
would
been-
go with Dag for at least to start. So we'll see. Oh,
How's
that was-
Warrior feeling?
I'm sorry?
How's Warrior feeling?
Well, I haven't played with him.
Oh, you haven't started it.
Yeah. Oh, grass.
Yay!
One
Now I got a
diddling.
talent I can choose real quick.
Arcane Mage is like AoE-tastic. It's amazing. It's like, wow. Right now, I'm really enjoying the questing spec. How the rating spec will be, I don't know. We'll find out later.
I was gearing up my paladin for the crossover the other night, and my paladin is also AOE like heavy.
Oh, the heavy
And I was-
cleave.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and I was pissing off a bunch of horde players because we were all PvP flagged,
Yeah.
and they were all like, "Stop!" And I was like, "Dude, I'm sorry. Like the one guy is just like charming me, and I can't control it."
Mm-hmm. Why were you all flagged?
Because the extra talents.
Oh, I
That's what that looks like. Wagon breath.
So I made myself a lovely sandwich with avocado and alfalfa sprouts yesterday to find out that I can no longer have sprouts because they make me incredibly sick. Like gassy. That's
Yeah.
one of the things about aging that's one of the things that sucks. It's not fun at all because stuff that never bothered you when you were younger just immediately will make you explode when you're older. I don't know what that is about, but it does seem to be true. It be true. Pretty funny. It's like the anti-inflammatory diet for arthritis means that you have to eat a whole lot of
Oh.
vegetables, which is fine because
Sorry
I
about
like
that, guys.
vegetables. But if half the vegetables that you can eat make you have painful, unbearable gas, what's left? You basically can't eat anything.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, my friend Kat was doing something similar. Like she went to the doctor and said, "Okay, what do I have allergies for? And you know, what's good for my my dietary restrictions?" And she got this huge list of things back, and she was like sad because like over half of it was like stuff that she has on the regular or enjoys, and it was
Yep.
like, yeah, yep,
Yep.
that's just the way it is.
Yep, and it's like, well, you can't eat anything pleasurable. And then of the things that you do like that are healthy foods, well, you can't eat those either
Yeah.
because they cause stomach upset or terrible gas or whatever. I thought it was my imagination. I looked up, went and did some research. Not research, I didn't like start a lab and hire scientists or anything, but I did some reading about how your system changes as you age, and it is true that people are more gassy as you get older because your system's just less efficient at breaking stuff down. So stuff hangs out in there that for much longer than it would have when you were younger, which is just wonderful.
Your biomes
Just
are
fantastic.
not what they used to be.
That's right. And I love sprouts. Alfalfa sprouts, bean sprouts, broccoli sprouts, all the sprouts. I like all of
Some
them.
sprouts.
And I can't have them
Boy
now.
sprouts.
Girl sprouts.
I wonder if it would help to take that Beano stuff if I could have them.
Better check and see what the reactions could be to that, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. diet. Good, strong diet of my enemies. That'll be good diet. Keep me strong. I'm gonna start my own snake cult.
There you go.
Start doing sacrifices of people that have disappointed me. And become an evil overlady. Because those guys don't get diseases or stomach upset. They just get killed by sword-wielding heroes. Which is fine.
It's a completely different
More of an
life.
occupational hazard than a
Yeah.
gastrointestinal one.
Yeah, but I mean, the hero comes and sticks you with a sword and you're done. You're just dead, you know? It's not like you had to sit there writhing in agony for days at a time. Just to eat a sandwich. The evil overlady is the life for me. I want minions. And a secret lair. And a shark pit.
With
And
lasers
a
on their head.
long flowing cape.
No capes.
Yes. Yes. Lasers on their heads.
That's it.
Sharks.
Laser wearing sharks.
Mm-hmm. I will offer my minions really good pay and a good benefits package.
At least the ability to see an optometrist once a year is the only
Mm-hmm. It's true. And they get their teeth busted out all the time, so they don't really need a lot of dental, but there will be some. They're more intimidating if they have a tooth missing. The boss says, you gotta come with us. Now I can sing the Airborne Ranger song. I wanna be an overlady. I wanna live a life that's shady.
There you go.
Yet to see another frickin' mailbox.
Yeah, well, sure, I will find it.
There's never a mailbox around when you want one.
Just all these female boxes.
They get hit by a shield out of nowhere and they're like, what the heck?
Well, I'm surprised the Banshee didn't come too.
What's going on?
Bob, did you throw that at us? No. Must have been that paladin over there.
So we won't do any spoilers, but I do want to ask, Corey, how close are you to 80?
I hit 77 today and close to 78, so I'll probably hit 80 tomorrow or the next day.
I was hoping I would hit 80 tonight because my guild is doing heroic dungeons tomorrow.
Mm.
Hopefully I can have it done by then, at least. And get my item level up.
Yeah.
I am silenced. There we go.
Theo!
Right. Mana up.
Yeah.
All right.
Stupid fingers.
Oh. That's it. Deep.
Oh, well, guess what? They have odorless fish oil pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can you trust a fish that you can't smell?
Or can you
I
smell
mean,
a fish that you
Be
can't
able to
trust?
smell the fish.
Laughing Crow's
Uh-oh.
mini chat.
Beat me up. Here you go.
No, I also
Take it
got,
out on the priest.
who else? There we
The
go.
paladin.
Finally. All right, so the neck is a 63.
It's
144.
145%.
All right, go for it.
Wow. It's only 14 for me.
Well, I'm not on destruction spec, so it would have been 258, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm at 144, so I'm going to pass.
Pass. 144 would have been fine for you, right?
Yeah, but Peep had 145.
Oh, did she? Okay.
It was 1 percentage point.
Yeah, but
He just
I'm
edged
good.
you out.
I would have given it to you, but that 1% could mean the difference between being alive and not being alive.
The 1%. The difference between life and death.
It
And
could
you're
be,
just
you
a
never
one
know.
percenter then, huh?
Well,
Ew.
they work it out that way sometimes. They do indeed. Just sometimes.
They
I'm
negotiate life
looking
and
for-
death between each other.
Any mailbox?
I'm not seeing any.
They use FedEx here, that's why.
I keep thinking it might be hidden in a building or something.
Nah, it's out.
No, it'll be right out on the sidewalk.
Usually it's at the end of a corridor, so you go through. If I remember correctly, the mailman is actually at the end of a hall, like an alleyway or
No,
something like that.
he
Doesn't he?
spawns when you I don't know if it's the location where the last mailbox is at the end of a hall. I don't remember, but he spawns wherever after you hit the third one. He's not just wandering around. We have to mess with the mail, and he'll come out and go, "No messing with the mail."
Leave the mail alone.
Yeah. Tampering with the post. Not only is that illegal, it's also not cool.
Oh! I didn't mean to do that. Crap. That's two
That's
on me
alright.
now.
I thought you were gonna switch to Destro. You decided not to?
Well, it's not enough time.
Mm. Yeah, because you gotta get your spells all laid out.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could do it between dungeons.
Probably
Yeah, Mithril
not.
Spurs, Blacksmith.
They go
I got a
jingle,
black.
jangle, jingle.
Mithril Spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle.
I'm gonna need them because
I was going
my blacksmith, maybe.
I was
Someday she'll
going
get there.
through the rotation of Destro for Peep.
Mhm.
And I was remembering, like, Cataclysm suffered from button bloat, like, big time. Like, There's so many spells. Oh my god, so many. There's no need for all of these spells. And you only ever use a handful of them, 5 or 6 of them. But there's probably 15 different spells that you can use in the Destro rotation. It's crazy.
Is this a good place to take a quick break? I need to take care of something real quick.
Sure. Yeah.
Mhm.
We will take a quick
I'll
commercial
just
break,
stay here.
and we will be back shortly. Hang in there.
I'm staying at the keyboard. So. Doing the arachnophobia switch yet? I haven't because I like spiders.
You got to be talking to Corey, not me.
No, I'm talking to you too because you've played the new game. You've played the Echoes and
Yeah, but I could care less about spiders and snakes.
yeah,
all that.
there's an arachnophobia thing. I want to go in and try it just so I can see what it's like.
the
It
crabs
turns all the
crabs look
spiders
like?
into crabs.
Yeah.
Well, that's a big deal in this expansion too. So
Yeah, there's a lot of spiders and spider people in this expansion. I just kind of want to see what the Nerubians look like as crabs. Weird. I just didn't know if anybody tried it. I like spiders. I'm on Team Spider, so it wouldn't be something I would want to keep switched on.
I am not Team Spider, but I feel like it's gonna alter my experience in the Uncanny Valley sort of way.
Mhm.
So I haven't turned it on.
What is this thing?
You think it would creep you out more?
Yeah,
If they
because
were
I'll be like,
crabs?
oh, like I know this is a spider, but it looks like a crab, but I know it's a spider. Like my brain is just not gonna.
Your brain won't accept it. It'll be like,
Yeah.
nope.
No, this is silly. This is stupid. It's not.
The
It's
brain
not doing
says
a
no.
good job.
The brain says no.
And my arachnophobia is not like so extreme that I can't like look at an animated version of a spider and not be okay. But if it was a real picture, I'd be like, no, turn that filter on. But
Yeah. Can we have a crab, please, instead of this picture?
I think spiders are amazing. I love them so much. I think they're great. I've liked
Gotta
them
look
since
him
I
in
was a
all 8
very
eyes.
small kid. Well, you can't
Not all
look in
spiders
all
have
8
8
eyes.
eyes.
Nope. Some of them have 6.
Some of them had their eyes poked out.
Yeah.
We should say some of them do not come with 8 as original equipment.
And some of them don't have any eyes because they live in caves and stuff. But they're still spiders.
all my mana was, I don't know why.
Some of them are blind, Spidey. Little blind spoots.
Yeah, what happened to your mana?
I don't know. Like I clearly I somehow spent it.
I was having trouble the first 15 minutes trying to keep my mana up, and I was just like, oops. Of course, I started out with 0. So that didn't help.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure like exactly when my arachnophobia like kind of developed, but I do remember this one time when I was very young. Me and the neighbor kids were messing around in our backyard, and it was my backyard and the neighbor's yard, and there were these two identical type spiders that were like, a couple inches across, big yellow brown spots, and
Pretty spider.
and
I
they
remember this very well.
yeah, because it freaked me out then, and we were like kids, and so since they were two spiders of the same type, we're like, oh well, they should be friends. instead of being in our separate backyards. So we picked up the one on a stick, carried it over to the neighbor's house, and planted planted them into the other web, and it was just like,
dear.
yeah, it was just all
Mayhem.
freaky. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So, and I don't know what happened after that, because it was in the neighbor's yard at that point, and I didn't follow up, but I remember them coexisting for a while. So I was just like, nope. Spiders are not for me.
Spiders eat a lot of nasty bugs in your house, so they should be free.
Yeah, right about now, I just wish they would eat rats and mice, because we've got plenty of those around.
You're gonna need
There are
significantly
spiders
larger
that
spiders
eat
for that.
rats, but they don't live in the North American zone.
That's probably a good thing, though, because
There's well, they might not be quite that big. The bird-eating spider is big enough to eat like a small rat. Like it's not like a baby one. My friend Devin, his father was in the military, was stationed in a tropical place somewhere, and there was this really, like a huge spider in their hut, and they decided, they were like, shoo, shoo, and they shooed it outside, and they said that the insect problem got really intense, and they finally went, you know what?
maybe we shouldn't have
Go
shooed
get
the
that
spider
spider
away.
from outside. So they went and found either the same one or the same type of spider, and just nearby, and brought it inside the house, put it under the bed, and immediately the insect problem just stopped. Like over the
That
next day or
sash
so.
is 75% for me.
It's nothing for me, so.
So over the next day or so, they just had they had no more problems with the bugs anymore. So they were like, aha, now we see.
Nobody else?
Ah.
Yeah, when I was working down at back in the day, back in my day, back when a million was a million, I was working at a Pizza Hut, and I convinced the manager to let us keep the orb spider that had set up back there.
Oh, cool.
And it was just like, oh, well, this thing's eating all the bugs.
Yep. It's really good.
Wait a second, where's our tank?
Who's tanking?
I guess I am.
Outside.
You were all just running in all willy-nilly, so I was like,
thought I was
I ran
following
in
you.
after him. I ran in after him because he was running in there, and I was like, well, somebody's
I
gonna
thought I
know
was
you.
following
know
the
what they were
tank.
doing.
I'm going, shit, where'd the tank go?
Well, that's why there's
He
a
was
star above
drinking
the
up
tank,
mana.
so we can see what's going on.
Well, the tank's right there, but yeah, okay.
I went in because I thought you
y'all
might
were
need
just
some
running in. I was
heals.
just like, oh, okay, I guess I'm not needed here.
Oh, God, okay.
Where's your
This is
imp?
one of those nights.
Yeah.
Where's your imp?
Oh, details. Where is my imp?
Yeah.
Oh, when I
yeah, the
swapped,
health-
that's what happened. He never
The
came back out.
health buff for your imp is what I really need. Where's the health buff? Get that
Well,
health
there's
buff.
no health. Oh, health buff for you, not for me.
Mhm.
All right, I'm gonna go run in.
All
I'll
right,
follow
I'm
you.
following you.
I'm coming.
Uh-oh, we're
Well?
trapped.
This time already.
This time
This time the mage is just gonna sit here and fart.
Did you eat alfalfa sprouts? See, that's a callback.
What's this? These are called mama farts.
There's the banshee.
She doesn't seem to be paying attention to us. For the moment. Mystical belt of the
I
owl.
thought it was a mystical owl.
Ooh.
Mystical owl of the belt. Well, that didn't do anything for me, but I don't have the appearance. I don't know if anyone cares.
Well, I deconstruct stuff, so you're not collecting. I'm gonna
If
greed
you
stuff
want
for.
the appearance, if you want the appearance, you're gonna have to just tell Jeff not to roll on it. So
Okay.
that you can
I
have
just
the
passed on
appearance.
it. I don't care that much.
There's nothing wrong for asking things for transmog, though. Oh, what's the dragon flamey thing?
That's my new power.
Ooh.
Picked it up at 51.
Oh, we got a flying poster.
It's a flying rat.
Flying thing. I think I love
Fly
you.
thing. You
I
got a
loathe you,
dark
yeah.
wing. Flying thing. I think I love
Love
you.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, whoops. He's like, the living are here. Thwap.
I'm guessing there's going to be a mailbox around here somewhere.
I have yet to see one. I keep
Probably, but
looking.
I don't know where. I don't know. My computer fan was really working hard today and just going really rough, sounding rough, and I was like, well, probably need to blow the machine out. So I have I got tired of buying the bottles of compressed air, so I actually spent a little money to get an air compressor instead, to blow out the computers every now and then, and it works really, really well. But as soon as I got that done, the computer suddenly stopped being all loud. It's almost like I hadn't done it in too long.
Yeah, mine gets that way about once a week because we have a cat box near where the computer sits.
Ah, yeah.
And it gets very dusty.
I tell you one that had me a worry. I have a 3D printer, my favorite toy, and it was grinding. It was just it was vibrating whenever the plate would go up and down on the Z-axis. I said I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. I tried lubricating everything and all that. I finally said, okay, I can't do this anymore, and took it apart. And it turns out that there's in the back there's a what do you call it? A bunch of bearings in a gear.
So who needed the essence of undeath?
I think I need it for some of my jewelry.
Okay.
Yeah. So I took this thing apart and I'm looking around online and I finally, oh yeah, this is how you take apart a bearing. So I took apart the bearing, got it lubricated, stuck it back together, and now it's working.
Good.
And I was really surprised because I've never done that before, and weirdly I had all the tools I needed.
It's always nice when you find out that all the times you bought extra tools for things, it works out for others.
Yeah.
Yes.
I really did not want to have to try to replace this thing because it's not like a standard part.
I'm hoping this. I just want to find some new treatment for the arthritis. I haven't been able to draw for probably 2 weeks now. So.
Yeah, that sucks.
You're starting class pretty soon, aren't you?
Yeah. September 3rd. I thought it was the 2nd. I'm so excited. I wish I could just be in school forever, perpetually, get 3 different PhDs. How many PhDs can I get before I die? I don't know. If I had money, that's all I would do. Maybe not PhDs. I'd probably get a number of bachelor degrees. That's probably... Because PhDs are for people that really want to work in an industry and specialize in what I think they're probably too
They're
old
just
for
really
that.
into it.
Or they're really into it. I would definitely get a doctorate in history for sure. But would I get another PhD? I don't know. Probably, maybe not. I think I'd probably get a couple more bachelor's degree and maybe a master's. I wanted to do a master's in typography after my graphic design degree. And I never was able to afford it, and it's something that really, I don't even know what I would do with it except teach, but...
That ghoul was like, "Hey, buddy, where are you going?" "Oh, there's guys
Yeah.
over there."
Ah! But I would, if I could stay in school and just eternally study, I would completely be on board for that all the time. They'd get tired of me. They'd be like, "You
No,
need
after a
to
certain point, they
graduate."
just hire you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I always thought that a fun retirement would be, if I could ever retire, would be to like go to your local historical society and be like, "Hi, I am a retired individual. I'm sure that there are things that you want counted or tracked or found. Let me know what they are and I'll try to go find them."
Like the lady who found that missing piece of that Mesopotamian map.
Yes, yeah. And they hired her. They were like, "You're hired."
She was hired.
Well,
as a volunteer.
she was hired on beforehand because she was so good at putting them together. Because she was putting little tablet fragments together as her job. And then she found the missing piece of that map. So. But that would be good. Like, just go to English Heritage and say, "What do you want me to count? What do you need to count that you have no money to count? Because I'll just run around and do it."
Counting flowers on the wall.
Guarantee they'd have something. They'd be like, "We need to know how many towns use this kind of cobblestone." Like, okay. I don't know. It's just a random example.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing to check, actually.
I don't even know if they know that, but you know what I mean. Like, there's always some sort of historical detail that somebody's like,
Oh,
"Well, we don't really know this because we don't really know how many of these things there are," type of thing.
Well, construction companies need to know that for historical values if they want those historical contracts for certain cities and towns.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
So that is always a valuable thing to go do.
One of my favorite things that somebody had the bright idea to do, and they needed help doing it, was they were trying to figure out when we had started really changing the atmosphere. But no one had actually been, thinking about that in a measurable way for, until relatively recently. So this scientist basically called up the oldest newspaper he could find in England that still had, because they had copies of everything that went back that far. And he says, "I need you to find, punch me out a little bit of a hole punch on every one of these pieces of paper that you've got, going back to the 1800s. And they did that, and they found they could track the carbon emissions from the newspaper because all the trees were cut down in the year in which they were turned into newsprint.
Well, that's
Yep.
that's amazing, but also at the same time completely random. It's like, wow, Who came up with that?
We were talking. Well, we were just talking about people who need to go count things.
Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't. It was just like that's
Also,
ingenious, but I hadn't thought. I mean, who
as
thought
an
of it to begin with?
additional
Right?
comment, there were people that knew this was going to
There's
be
a
a
chest
problem.
over here.
Locked.
Way back in the early Industrial Revolution, there were people that knew that this was going to be a problem. And
Yeah.
all through the whole time, every single time we've had a development forward, there's been somebody going, this is not going to be sustainable. This is a problem. This is bad. And people ignore them. That's
Yeah,
why
most of London
nobody
said
kept
that, didn't
track
they?
of any of it. Well, yeah, during the 50s, they had that smog stuff. Because all the coal they had a storm just settle in and
Yep.
a cloud, there's like a cloud thing just pressing down on the city and keeping
I
all
need to
the
eat a brownie.
polluted air in.
London fog.
Enchanting.
Demon Slayer.
Some enchanted evening.
Now, if I had an
What did you
evil
say?
lair, it would be a lot nicer than this guy's evil lair. Let me just say.
This guy's evil lair is essentially a slimy toilet.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to have at least some couches and a bar.
A Barca lounger.
Lazy boy.
Gotta have a
you
chaise lounge so that you can order your servants around like a Roman emperor.
Okay, that's kind of okay. We just talked about cobbles counting things in Roman emperors, and what pops up on my feed, but a picture of a ancient Roman cobbled road in Algeria.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was a spider.
An ancient Roman spider.
There you go.
It'll be the world's longest lived spider.
I don't put it past spiders.
I'm definitely on Team Spiders.
I gotta go check on Cheryl at some point. I haven't seen her for a few days. I think she was going through another molt.
How many do they do a
Yes,
year, you think?
1% upgrade. Yay.
I think it probably depends on the species. But I don't know.
waiting on
For a little
the,
common,
Waiting on the tank.
common garden
Yes.
spider.
This time, waiting on the tank. Hello.
Come on, Kurt.
Oh yeah, I gotta go in, don't I?
Yeah. Oh, this isn't the boss fight. This is just the.
This is just cleanup.
This is the unlocking the gate fight.
Clean up on aisle 3.
We must
Yep.
kill his minions.
Take care of all
And I
the
got more
green
fine
slime.
aged cheese.
Murder the minions.
Fine
So
aged
that we can
cheese.
go through the gate.
I still haven't found another stupid post
I
office.
know.
Yeah. I mean, we can look up on the internets and find out where they are.
It's locked.
Yeah.
It's locked.
Where are the post office boxes in Stratholme? Where are
Ding.
Ding,
Your pet warlock
congratulations.
is now 51.
Excellent.
Yay!
Yay.
We're
Good
not going to
pet.
give you time to do anything about it.
Yeah, good pet. Good pet.
That's fine. Just give me a bone, I'll be fine.
How about a brownie?
Well, I don't need a brownie, I just ding, so it's like, oh yeah, my mana's up, what do you know?
Fresh out of bones. How about a brownie?
Didn't we have a tank with us?
We did,
He's
but
looking for the
tank
post
like
office
went the other
boxes.
way.
You guys, we're looking for the post office box.
Well, so was I.
I'm
Well, then
not.
it's okay.
I'm not engaging
That's
anything.
Perfectly
I'm just
okay.
waiting for you guys to figure out where the boxes are.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
I'm
I
trying
don't
to
even
find a
have the
map.
quest, so it doesn't matter.
No, there's not a quest. It's just an extra boss.
But
Right.
it's
like
got some
a-
really nice stuff that drops out of him.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just a bonus
Aside
boss. It's
aside from like, blood and
It's fine.
gore and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The usual.
Postmaster Malone. Alright, where are the damn post boxes, guys? Ah. Enter Strat through the main gate. Kill mobs up to the first intersection, take a left. Kill mobs up to the second intersection, take a left. Kill mobs up in front of Smoky LaRue's. Optionally, do the lighter quest if you're in a group. Kill the courier, loot the keys. Open the third mailbox. That's not helpful. He's not telling us anything.
So we were supposed to go left, 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 huh?
I guess. I don't know.
We're also supposed to come through the main gate. Did we come in through the main gate or the back?
No, this is the back gate. This is the
Yeah.
back gate.
Yeah, so we're completely in the wrong area for it.
Well, we can finish up and then go backtrack and look for him if you want. I still can't find a map. I'm looking for a map with just where are they? And I'm not seeing anything. I thought opening the comments might be helpful because it frequently is, but it wasn't.
Yeah, usually you find more info in the comments on Wowhead.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do, but nope. It's told me nothing.
Well, if it looks like on the map, if we go to the left, we're going to come to the other entrance. Because we came in from Elder Square, so we're going over to Slaughter Square. And that's where the other entrance is, right?
Is that... I don't know. Are you talking about the... From Slaughter Square, it's that squiggly line at the bottom? Is that what you're looking at?
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense, but... Did we come in
I don't know.
at the very bottom of Elder Square? Is that where we came in?
Well, we started at Elder Square, I thought.
Okay.
Anyway,
All I wanted was a map where the mailbox is marked, and
So-
they're just not.
Yeah.
They're just not marking.
see now there's something you could do. We could find out where these are. You could make a map and put it on.
I found
Wow.
something.
Okay.
I don't know where the hell we are, but I found one of the with the post boxes listed.
Well, take a look at your world map and it'll show you where we are.
We're north of the Gauntlet.
Okay. I see where we are. All of the stuff is in the other is south of us. All of that stuff is south of us.
I thought we came from Elder Square. Huh. Okay, well, whatever.
Well, there's a whole section we didn't go into. I mean,
Yeah.
That explains a bit.
well, I mean, the post office boxes are pretty well hidden,
We-
so.
Well, okay.
We
if we
cleared
look at-
everything
if
from
we
the
look at our world map,
north south.
these things are not. Only one of them is on our map. The other one is out the gate.
Okay.
You'd have to go all the way down to Elder Square and then off to the left. And that section is where the rest of the stuff is.
Oh, that darker brownish area?
Yeah.
Huh.
Which we
Okay.
can't get to.
Well, wait. Yes, we might. If somebody last time we played, didn't somebody pick up the key? Because I think that's what you
I don't
need
know,
to get
but
to
we
the
can
undead
check-
side.
We can check when we're done. Let's go kill the boss, get our baggie, and then we can run back down there and check.
Sounds like a plan.
Does that sound good?
Yep.
Yep.
That way we can get it taken care of, and no matter what happens, we've got it done.
Yeah, the reason we're not finding them is because it's not in the area where we is.
Well, that makes it hard to find then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That makes it difficult. It would be nice if the people that played the game while it was current could remember anything, but they can't. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't know where anything is.
Oh, just got a case of CRS.
Yep, that's right. Can't remember shit.
I have 2 cases. Buy them in bulk.
Oh, you go to Costco for yours.
Take 2, they're small. Because there's nothing in them.
That's right. They stack nicely.
Yep. I don't remember anything.
This is
My
like trying to
grandmother-
stack Erlen. This is like trying to stack Kleinbach.
That was like
I
playing
don't know what a
Jenga.
Klein bottle is.
Klein bottle is a 4-dimensional bottle. It only has one side. Kind of like
It's
the
not a real bottle.
Like a Mobius
Right.
strip.
yeah. It's what happens if you take and connect the edge of a Mobius.
Okay, my brain can't wrap around that.
Yeah, it's because it's 4th dimensional.
Right, there's the key to the
There's
city,
the key to the city. Yeah.
so someone else can pick it up.
Okay, I'll take it. That way we can get into the undead side.
Undeath. Undead.
That's right.
I'm
Oh.
really into the undead right now.
Never mind.
Oh, that's not what you meant by getting into them.
No, no.
It's pretty goth, really.
It's
I mean,
kind of death
it-
goth.
It is kind of a cool anatomy project, though.
Yeah. Death rock goth.
Death metal.
Skeletal.
We got
Oh,
two
we
of
got
them.
2.
You can be fine.
Shrapnel. After we kill these guys, I need to take a small break.
Small break for a small dog.
Yeah, I need to set up the fan in my window because it's getting hot. And I should probably go do a bio. I didn't get up when you guys left because we were not really in a safe place.
We were guarding everybody.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gardening, everyone.
That's right. Planting you under the ground.
Yeah, we have a
Don't give
special
away
robe
our
for guarding.
plan.
We call it a garter robe.
Yeah.
All right,
Don't
we're
give away
gonna
our
park it here.
plan.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Play
I'll be
bio?
right back.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We will be right back again.
Being right back is kind of like being left behind.
That's true too.
Ah.
I don't think Kurt's back yet.
I'm here.
Oh.
I'm here.
Oh, he is.
I was making chicken jokes.
Oh, that's right. You were making chicken jokes. I think I just blacked out the last 5 minutes.
That's not good.
The chicken puns were too much for my current brain. The current state of my brain. I have a little dog that is poking me with his little back feet, he's twisting around trying to get comfortable. And he's just like using me as his little launch pad.
That's like our cat. Yes, I want to sit on your lap, but I'm going to use your lap now to catapult halfway across the room onto the chair that I really want to sit on.
Yep. He puts the cat in catapult.
That's it. filter.
Yep, I interrupted him before he could do it. Disgusting, gross, yucky guy. No venom spitting for you.
Now I thought when I was farming Revendare, is that the
Revendreth?
yeah, the horse? When I was farming that, I could have sworn that there was a mailbox.
Rivendare.
Revendare, yeah.
Baron Rivendare.
I thought it was
Yeah,
the
it's not here.
Yeah, I thought there was a mailbox down in this area, but I am obviously
The map says that
mistaken.
they're all, the only one that is there is the one that we found is like the last one.
Or the first one.
Yeah, depending on which way you're going.
Way to murderate, Jeff. That was getting murdery right there.
Oh,
You were
the,
like- Yeah, the slimes. You were like, no slime will get on my healers'
yeah, no kidding.
beautiful hooves. I will murder all of them.
I just started belching my own out there. My hellfire farting.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're needing mana, do it now, because we don't have.
I need mana.
Have some waves here.
We're getting mana.
We gotta kill Rammstein, and then we get a wave of skellies.
Du
So
hast.
wife and I went to a art and wine festival yesterday, and
Oh crap!
oh, we got one. I just got whacked. Wow. Okay. I'll just suck some life out of him. Come here.
Do it.
There we go. So we're at this location that is across the bay from where we live, and it's interesting. I was telling wifey that okay, so this location was listed in an email. You know how you get these, or there are these emails that come out that say, these are the top 5 most affordable locations for retirees in the United States, kind of thing, right? And this particular location happened to be listed as one of the most affordable places. And it's like, okay, how affordable? Well, housing, the average price of a house in that particular location is like over $2.5 million. It's like, whose affordability are we talking about? You have to be a frickin' millionaire in order to even live in the city. So it's like, I don't get it, but whatever.
Okay, that
From the skellies.
Got all kinds of shit, so I just kind of like made it.
The staff is an agility staff. I greeted on it because I don't have the appearance, but I only greeted.
it was apparently an upgrade for my fire class. I needed it.
I don't know how it was probably just due to item level.
Here comes some more.
Oh, these guys. Yeah, look,
Yeah.
they're just strolling over.
Record symptominals. Symptominals. Okay, I need to drink.
Oh, the reason it takes mine up is because it improves the hit rate 8.
Ah,
Yeah, that was only an upgrade if I was a holy priest.
well, it was difficult because it had agility on it. Did it also have intellect? Sometimes they do.
Yeah.
Sometimes that kind of thing is for like, really most useful for like an enhancement shaman, melee shaman. Hopefully, it's cool looking.
Are we going inside the building again?
Yep.
Yeah, this is when we all have to get in the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. I got locked out of this one one time. First time.
First time, yeah. So.
And we missed you.
I'm coming.
I know.
Don't
But you
let
did
me
good.
get locked out. Okay.
All right.
Oh, I didn't need that. There we go. Huh? No. Yeah, neither.
These things are like 2 experience. 2 experience.
Get off of me, guys.
Ooh, the Helm of the Executioner.
It's a 25% upgrade for the cape.
Yeah, it's not for my spec.
Yeah, it was 76 for Demonology, but I'm not a Demonology.
And the cape was 33% frost, but I'm not frost. Okay.
All
Now
right,
we got to go back out.
Are we hunting for post office boxes now?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're hunting post office boxes.
We're looking for the UPS.
Who's this guy?
He'll
He's
be
the
there
guy
to
that
take
shows
your
up
quest.
to thank us. He says thank you for doing stuff when you turn in your quest, but we already did the quest.
And they won't let you
Yeah,
keep doing them for some reason.
Huh, I didn't get a... Oh, there it is. I was going to say, I wasn't sure I got a bag. But I did. All right, where are we headed?
The beginning.
Oh, that's
I'm
interesting.
following Corey.
Is this the beginning?
I'm following Corey. You should turn around and come this way.
Yeah.
Well, there's an entrance there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's the exit. That'll just
We-
take us out of the dungeon.
Yeah, we need to go back to the one that we came in.
Because we're at the top, so we just keep going to the right.
Yeah. It's pretty much right turns all the way down.
We might run into one area we haven't cleared yet.
We could. So be careful.
I
Sticking
don't
by
think
the
so.
tank.
I don't think so. I think we've cleared most of it.
Oh, fuck.
Yes.
Good job.
Wow,
tour
your
guide.
health was like really low.
Huh.
Love how that Crusader was just standing there watching.
Yeah, like, don't die.
We got respawns. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's more XP. Well, that Crusader helped.
Yes.
He was being attacked when we got there.
The other guy just he didn't like bugs, so he was like, nope.
He's like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You're on your own, mage. You're on
Here
your own.
we go left.
Well, yeah, there was a gate in front of us on the right.
Well, I'm just following the map. And through that gate there is where the rest of everything is supposed to be.
Okay, Crow's got the key.
Yeah, I gotta see how to open it up now. How come I can't see the key? Oh, there it is. It says I'm out of range.
Oh, didn't we run into this problem last time?
I don't know how to get in there.
Huh.
It only works from the other side or something?
I don't know.
Oh, you can't teleport through it.
Yeah, we had the problem last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm guessing we just can't get there from here. It's kind of like being in
Well,
Vermont.
we're not doing something right.
What about this other gate over here?
Know
That's
what
where
it
we
is?
came in
That
at.
just takes us outside.
Okay.
I don't know why we can't get the gate open. It doesn't make any sense. But we'd have to look it up and see what we did wrong. Like, why can't we get the gate open?
Is there like a key lock or keyhole I'm supposed to see?
I'm guessing it might also be outside of our level range.
Could be,
Oh,
maybe.
maybe. Yeah.
Well, the things that are over there are lower than us, so.
Or we're over the level range.
This guy won't talk
What's
to me
the
about how
section
to
called?
open it.
Elder. Okay, Strateholme. Cannot get through.
Did you
Gate.
try clicking on the key?
Yeah. And
Okay.
it turns I get a blue glove and I click on the gate and it says out of range.
Huh, okay. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Weird.
Don't see a keyhole. Supposed to be the master key to the city of Strat.
I cannot figure out how to. I don't know. I have no idea. I can't make heads or tails of any
Well,
of this
would that
stuff.
be from the outside, being able to get in?
Maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, it's probably out in is it Western Plaguelands? Probably have to go in from that direction. Yep. How to unlock the Stratholme service instrument. Oh, nope, that's not the right directions. Yeah, I don't know, but I have a feeling if we get in there at all, we have to do it from the outside in Western Plaguelands.
Well, either we run around that or we just instance out and see what the next dungeon is. See if we get this again.
Nope, because we leveled out of it.
Yep.
All right, well, then we'll get
We'll
Blackrock
get
Depths.
BRD. There's
Yeah.
no way we're getting through BRD. But that's probably what we'll get. BRD is something we got to start at the beginning of the evening.
Well,
'Cause
we
it's
would
long.
have that for the next
But
time,
we
but
can.
we can
Yeah, we will.
at least go into it. Yeah.
Yeah, get an idea of what it looks like, then we'll leave.
So leave the instance group.
Go for that dungeon
Yeah.
first.
Well, you don't have to. You just use teleport out if you intend to come back.
Blackrock
19
Depths.
bosses.
Wow.
19 bosses.
I don't
Yeah,
think we'll
well-
get
Told
through
you
that
it was
tonight.
long.
That's why
Yeah,
Peep was saying it's like we're not going to get through it all.
Hey, but we can get the quests.
Yeah, we can pick up the
Need
questies.
assistance? Be seen.
start working on it.
No. See you soon.
Tiki steam boil.
Well, spit it out. If you ever need anything.
What's up? Hurry back.
Heart
For
of the
years, I
mountain.
have sought a certain gem. The Dark Iron Dwarves have locked it in their vault. Well, so we're stealing for a goblin.
Sounds about
I mean,
right.
I've had worse times.
Is anyone a engineer?
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, there's an engineer supply. You might have some recipes here.
Careful out there.
I see one anyway.
Hey, I've
Every
already
stove.
completed a quest. Into the prison. I see 2 question marks.
It just means you need to get past a bunch of mobs.
Yeah.
All right.
Follow the shining
Let's go.
star.
Oh, why are we going that way? Okay.
Because there's the question mark turning into thing over here. That should just be around the corner.
Alright.
Go back the other direction once we get it.
I
That-
can't
that-
remember if it matters which direction we go. We always went to the left to start in our old guild. I don't know if it actually matters now that I'm thinking about it.
Go left, young girl. Go left.
I don't think there's a more efficient way to do it. It's just that's how people do it different ways, and they're just used to it one way or the other. That's all.
One way or another. Gonna find it.
You gotta leave lots of time for spinning for this one. There's lots of good leather in here.
Target something first.
Woot.
There's a
Oh, we
pack
got a
of
bunch
dogs
of.
coming this way.
They've turned around, but the mob over to our left is not going to go away. Yeah. Who's it go after?
Me.
Me.
Well met. Light
Am I
flesh.
dead, Warlock? Warlock?
There's another one over to the other. There's another.
It's around the
Careful.
corner on the other tube.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot more mobs to chew through. Get to that one, but
I could actually see it from where we were. So. I think we're missing people.
Yeah.
They're going the other way.
Don't know where everybody
Got to
went.
go through the gate.
through the gate.
Well, come this way. So the original direction, I just got turned around. Here we are.
Here we got a flamer coming towards us.
Elementals. Lemonentos.
Surprised they're hitting him with fireworks.
Yeah.
Dang.
Bingo.
They're lemonentals. They'll try anything.
Here there. You good?
Let's get to business.
Uh-oh.
Go through this door and unlock the Shadowforge lock, which separates the east and the
Ooh.
west garrisons.
I'll
Then
stand over here.
follow up the stairs
Yeah,
and
me
keep to the
too.
left
Yeah.
until
Uh-oh,
you
he's
reach
shooting
the
at
west
us.
garrison. It is there you will find the general and the golem lord. Okay.
Now we got everybody.
It's fine.
It's better that way.
Yay.
Good job.
Good job. Here's the staircase.
Well, we got to clear off the left here, don't we?
We should probably. I mean, it's XP and loot. We need the element. There's a lot of elementals in here, and you guys need those for crafting. Because that's the elemental motes fall off of those guys. And fabric falls off of them, and everything. We need their loot. All
Loot
of their
is-
loot.
Give me your loot.
We need their loot.
Dilute, 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 dilute.
Boom, 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 boom. going?
He was running for his life.
For my life.
Running for my life.
Oh, look at all that.
Yep.
All right.
There's a few mobs.
We go upstairs now?
Yep.
Would you look at that?
I don't know why I can't loot that, but whatever.
And
Dwarves to the left of me, ogres to the right.
Here I am, stuck in the middle with yous.
The Utes.
use as in goats.
Yeah, yous.
Yeah.
Utes.
Utes. 2 Utes.
These things says anvil rage. I kept reading it as average, which is what happens when you're mediumly angry.
He's an average guardsman.
What happened? What kind of rage do you have? I have average.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Wandering Fire Guard.
Doesn't thunder much longer.
Thunder from down under.
Oh god, I haven't thought of that in ages.
You pressed the wrong button!
Those average guys are going down pretty good.
Yeah,
Yep.
they're going down averagely. Oh, D honey, do you need to go outside, baby? Uh-oh, I need to take a little guy outside. Yeah, I know.
Oh,
I
you're an
do.
Odie.
Is that the sound of a wild Odie?
Says I'm gonna go outside. That's the sound of a wild dog. Yeah. I need to go out.
Alright.
Says.
Can we
Alright.
Out,
We're
out,
parked
out.
We'll hide in this corner while you go.
Okay, we'll just take it real quick.
taking a dog
He just
break?
needs to pee like a horse.
At least it's not like an
Huh.
elephant.
Oh. That's too bad this codex is ruined. Otherwise, I could have used it because it's a priest thing.
Which codex?
Look, the prayer of fortitude.
This is dropping rune cloth, which is a good thing.
Oh, I sent you, I think it's like 29 mage cloth through the mail.
Oh, okay. I'm about ready to like
It-
jump to rune cloth.
yeah, well, no, I just, you were talking about it and I looked in my bags and it's like, oh yeah, I got some.
Thank you.
Who needs a rune cloth?
Mage weave, I mean, not rune cloth, mage weave.
I've got both.
Yeah.
Well, I'm starting to get rune cloth from here.
Yeah, I got a couple rune cloths, but
I just dump all the cloth I get in the bank, so you guys
yeah.
can fight
Yeah, I
over
took
it.
a bunch. I just don't have the extra stuff that I need in order to make any of the items. So I've got plenty of cloth, but then they ask for things like, let's see, what? Those are rune cloth. Dreamweave. A Dreamweave circlet requires 4 wild vine, 2 heart of the wild, 3 heavy silken thread, which I can buy, 1 true silver bar, and 1 thing of jade. 1 chunk of jade.
Well, I can get you the true silver and the jade.
Well, it's more like, does anyone
I'm just
actually
saying,
need
you know,
it,
if you
right?
need to level up.
Yeah, it's like this stuff. Yeah, if I can get the rune cloth, I can level up faster because those recipes are orange. The other ones are yellow now. So. And then
Yeah, I got my
enchanting?
my little tailor, my mage that's in Outlands, and now I'm starting to do nether weave, and I haven't gotten to the point where I can do the bags yet, but looking forward to that. That's money.
All right, I'm back. He peed.
He have a good.
He did a
had
great
whittle.
job.
Oh, he did good.
He had him a good whittle.
Uh-oh.
Did somebody log off?
No,
Lose someone?
no, I'm just putzing around with the how to stream on Discord.
Ah.
Oh,
He wants that pet.
Heck yeah.
me too.
May need to do
All
that
right, which
tomorrow.
one do you choose?
Oh, I need to start streaming too. How do I do it?
Well, it's only
I
if
don't
you're doing new stuff anyways.
I'm just putzing around with the stream to see if I can do it.
Well, I want to do it.
Just do it.
Are you gonna play a little retailer when we're done tonight? 'Cause
Probably.
we can do 15 minutes easy.
Yeah.
Streaming.
Easy peasy.
Woohoo! Go in circles. Go in circles.
Up the stairs?
Yeah, what's
Or
this
down.
other thing over here?
Ah.
I think we're supposed to keep going up, but
There's
You can
oh my god, there's stuff all over the place. All
Yeah.
over the freaking place.
Yeah.
Well, I just
Um,
follow the bouncing star, so you decide.
It doesn't really matter. I don't know. There's an order to do it in. We have to backtrack no matter what. So, I would say let's focus on the quests that are not orange.
That leaves one.
Sealed gate.
The sealed gate. Like, is this the sealed gate?
No.
Yeah, we've got to do some other stuff first.
I'm gonna go this way.
there's
we got
things down
friends.
here.
All kinds
Shoot.
of friends just
Uh-oh.
came.
Sorry,
Died.
I was
Wow.
completely. I could not.
Oh.
Sorry.
Okay, those are
I didn't know
54.
about that. Yeah. We triggered some dudes.
They must be snowflakes. They were easily triggered.
I'm just going to lie here and be dead for a while.
Oh. I don't know what happened.
I do. I walked into a room and went, "Oh shit!"
We'll do it.
I didn't even get that close to them. It was like I peeked in and they just fucking jumped me.
I guess this is a no peeky situation.
Apparently not.
Can't remember where
He's
the
dead,
mole
John.
machine goes. Ah, yes. Grim Guzzler and the Domicile. This place is freaking huge.
Who needs a bag?
16
16
slots, I
slaughter.
do.
Take it then. I'll pass on it.
We could run off to the left and kill the boss for the sealed gate. Kill Baelgar. That'd probably be the easiest quest to get to. You should release, Jeff.
Oh, sorry.
No, I can hit res.
Yeah, but I'm
So
at
can
the
I. Where is he?
entrance.
Where's the
Okay.
dead guy?
Did
Well,
anyone
then-
run back down the stairs or something?
I will release. Hopefully I win.
Oh, there's the corpse. Damn it, I just found your corpse. I could have rezzed you. Sorry.
I'm with the wolf.
All right.
I'm hanging with the shaman here.
Uh-oh. Everybody else left.
I'm following the star.
Alright, so we need to go
I mean,
back out this way.
Okay.
We're right here. We are all together once again.
Wait, there's a quest over here.
Yeah, there's quests all over this freaking place. Everywhere. There's so many quests. So many.
Where are we headed?
I don't know.
I don't know.
We're going to number 3.
Number 3!
Number 9. Number 9.
Number 9. Number 9.
Now calling. Now serving.
Number 9.
What the hell's this guy about?
Being mad. He's all up in your grill.
Yeah, no kidding.
Kill the medic first.
Which one's that?
The one I've got on.
Which one is that? Because like I'm just hitting the one that tanks looking
Tab
at.
through until you find the one that says medic.
Yeah, that's who I'm working on.
Oh, it
Yeah,
just
he
went
will.
right there. He is. Okay, got him.
And we should probably start CCing some of these dudes.
There we go.
We got used to wading through in undead, and now we gotta face dark irons. We gotta reevaluate our lives all of a sudden. Because
That's who knew.
they're average footmen.
You go nowhere, mister.
He stopped.
Okay. Mana up.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, it's because I died. I forgot to put my armor back on.
Why'd you get undressed?
Because I died.
Ah,
Okay. It must be
Yeah,
a
that
burial
doesn't make
thing.
any
Is that-
sense. Yeah, make no sense. You
Yeah, I lost
looted the average
concentration on my
officer.
mystical armor.
Oh,
Right.
you mean put your spell armor back on?
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
yeah.
Like
I
that.
thought you got naked, and I was like, "What the hell
What
are
are
you
you
doing, boy?"
talking
Yeah, there's
about,
no
dude?
mailboxes around here. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
No dancing on the boxes.
Alright, I'm gonna try and hug the left here.
Is there a medic in there?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, got him. Alright, now it's back to normal.
so to speak.
I mean, normal for us.
Yeah. We're never gonna do a world first, but I bet we have more fun. I've heard the way these raid teams work when they do world firsts and stuff and like serious
Oh,
like
God.
competition.
You got the whole
Damn
group
it.
over there. Here they come.
Yep. All right, let's look for the medic and take him out.
Got him.
Kurt, could you please sheep the guy that's across the way?
Okay, the
I
officer.
had the medic.
Medic's
He's like,
going
I
down.
don't care. Yeah, the officer. Yeah.
Alright. Average
Doing my
soldier.
best here.
let's see if I can get back in.
Sorry, Sherlock, dude. Yeah, you can release and run if you want
Oh,
to.
I did. I just trying to remember how to
I'm
get
just
back.
saying it shouldn't be that far. Remember, go to
Okay.
the left and run.
You're
see us.
drawing a whole other set, Crow.
Yep. He's got the next group over here.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Shit.
Let's see.
Okay,
is
take the
there-
medic.
I found the medic on my end.
There's two.
I got one of them.
Probably try to shoot him.
Officer sheep. Okay.
Medic's down.
Okay, let's get the other medic. Medic number 2.
He's going.
Medic
He's running.
numero dos.
Officer's going down.
Someone keep trying to sheep him? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I keep shooting at him. Sorry.
Well, there was 2 of them.
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, I'm going
Okay,
after
well-
the one in the middle.
And one after the one on the right.
Oh, don't go immune on me.
Fucker.
You do that.
Not for long.
Yeah. Jerk faces.
Alright,
we
now
go.
going back
Oh, we
after
got
the
one more?
original one. Yes.
Jerk faces. Alright, I really need to drink.
Huh. Should I bring some more
Okay.
people over?
No. Well, I mean, you can if you want to die.
Yeah.
'Cause
I've
I'm out
got
of
a
mana.
thought. Maybe next time before we set one of these guys off, I should find the medic and sheep him.
There's a thought.
We need to kill the medic first. You should sheep whoever's at range that's shooting at us that can't be caught in
officer?
Corey's consecrate. Yeah, the
probably
officers. But if we're in a situation where we haven't planned it out in advance, your best call is always the guy that's not able to be in Corey's consecrate circle.
Right.
So
All right.
Well, I've got the officer in the next group picked out.
I've got the
'Cause that
medic
way
on
he
the
won't
left
get broken.
figured out. I need to bring my imp back.
if they would give me my hex at a reasonable level, then we would be able to frog somebody too, but no, I gotta wait till level 80.
And they're not undead, so I can't do anything.
Okay, there's a fire guy patrolling behind us, and I don't know how far he's gonna go, so just
Well, I mean, he's got a great deal of ambition, so he should
watch
go
your
far.
6.
And yeah, he's gonna come over here. I'm just gonna pull him.
Sounds good to me. Woohoo.
Now we don't have to worry about him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, where'd that medic go now?
I got the medic. He's on the left.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I found him. He's in the
I
front
got the
on
officer.
left,
All right. Go.
Average soldier was harassing Maverick Harris. Dude, she said she doesn't want to go out with you. Leave her alone.
No means no.
No means no. Ba means ba.
He'll just come over and hit on me.
That's right. He's gonna make his way around the bar until he runs out of Draenei.
Oh, wait a second. I didn't.
What's this
Shit.
human doing here? Oh.
I'm not picky. I'm an average officer.
I gotta stop going off of what Salty's looking at, because that's what I did. That was his target, and I went, oh, okay, cool. Zap.
Yeah, you just gotta wait till combat ensues, and then going off his target is exactly
Are
what
we
you
going
want.
across the way, or are we
Most
going
of
down the edge?
But I hate to sue.
Well, I was gonna go down, try and go down the edge, but somehow we kept pulling from the other side. So I don't know.
Okay,
Why
medic's
don't
on
you
the far
pull
right
the?
this time.
Why don't we do the group across, and then we can do the puppies afterward.
Yeah. Okay, I got the medic targeted.
Yeah,
I got
same.
the officer ready to go.
Ossifer.
I will pull the wool over his eyes.
Okay.
So I can do Curse of Tongue on the medic, and that cancels them out pretty quick. You can't heal squat.
It's not polite to call them squats.
Oh, yeah, I know.
They're
Sorry.
dark irons. Excuse me.
Yes, I must be politically correct with the dark irons here.
You want to make a...
Who's shooting at you?
He unsheeped
Ossifer?
on his own.
Yeah. The average.
How dare
Ossifer.
you shoot me?
Yeah, pretty much.
The average officer, huh?
He's not a gentleman.
I'm hitting him with my stick.
He's immune to everything.
Ah.
It's because he's
He's not immune to being hit with a stick, apparently.
They get this immunity to magic. Okay, so now I'll hit you with a stick instead.
You guys mind if I go bang on this rock over here for a second?
You
Go
do
pound
you.
rocks.
We're not gonna judge.
Go pound rock,
Thanks.
dude. Just don't pull
Go
anything.
for it.
Well, that's why I'm warning you, just in case.
Oh, you want us to protect your back, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's like you never know.
It could be useful.
Yeah.
Could be useful.
I may ding again.
All right. We gonna spank the doggy?
Yep.
We're gonna get these puppies first.
Oh, there's another
Medic's
group
on the right.
coming. Well, there's a group coming towards us. We probably want to wait till they turn around.
Yeah.
There's a
What?
medic.
They
There's a
stop.
medic on each end.
Tactics.
So
Oh,
there's
there
a-
is. I'll take the one on the right.
Okay, I got the left. Can you silence the one on the right?
Let's see. Do I have silence? No, I have dispel magic, but that's about it.
Okay, I've got the Curse of Tongues, so I'll do that on the left, but we'll have to see. Well, yeah, okay.
I'll just beat him up.
Just curse the one on the right. We'll beat up the one on the left, and I'll interrupt him when he tries to heal.
Okay.
And we'll just hammer
that
him
works.
down, and then move to the next one.
Okay.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Yep.
Boy, he's like instantly dying.
Well, yeah, after you keep him from healing, yeah.
Yeah.
Last cannon.
Yeah, you can tell we're old gamers because young gamers don't use that term anymore. Glass cannon.
cannon.
What do they use instead? Crystalline pants?
They just don't use it. They just say
They don't use
squishy.
pants.
Squishies.
Ah, young people these days.
I haven't heard the concept of the glass cannon for literally years.
I was going to say, I call my mage a glass cannon all the time.
Well, that's how we all used to call the DPSs, especially the mage. Because they were powerful, but fragile.
Fragile.
I just don't hear people say it.
Fragile.
Mhm.
That's isn't that a region in France?
Like
So
in
it's like fragile.
chat, when people are talking about the classes, they never say glass cannon. They always just say powerful but squishy or something.
Yeah.
Longer.
We're gonna clean up the sides first.
Yeah, because
Yes,
since
we
these
have
guys
to.
were
The left
wandering
group
around,
patrols.
yeah.
So I got a medic
All right.
in that group.
Far right, back.
I got the officer.
There you go.
Say when.
Win?
They're coming.
I guess he never learned the thing. Medic, heal
No.
yourself.
He's just an average medic, though, so.
Yeah, popped.
There you go.
No, I can get Blizzard. Once we get out of here.
Oh, we
Wahoo.
got the
Hey.
officer and the
kill
gentleman
the
over there
officer.
shooting at us.
No, he's no gentleman.
He's a gentle dwarf.
He's barely an ungulate.
Holy light! I'm almost dead. Oops. The holy light did not save you.
Anyone know how
Brownie
this-
time.
Hmm?
Well, I guess I'll follow you guys.
I'm getting in position. Go ahead and brownie. I'm just.
It's okay. I got enough to go. I just like to top off.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely do that before we get into the boss fight.
Medic on the left.
Before we
I
boss
see him.
the boss.
I got to get close
That
enough to
boss.
Yeah, me
banish
too.
him. Curse of Tongues.
There you go.
Oh, somebody interrupt his ass.
How about killing
Killing
him?
him is a good way to do that. Yeah.
Oh, there's the other medic.
I stupidly interrupted his mind blast into his heal, so I didn't have an interrupt ready when it was time.
Hey, it's arcane blast. Arcane explosion him to death.
right, officer and a dead gentleman, right?
Yep.
He soon will be.
Dental dwarf.
He's not short, he's politically challenged.
Alrighty. Now I'm gonna eat a brownie.
He is.
Trying to brownie up.
Is this guy special, or are we just tank and spank?
I don't remember. But I do remember that we needed to clear the area.
I can see why
We
you said
have
we wouldn't get
room
through
to
this
run
one
away.
tonight, kiddo.
Yeah, it's super big. It is a big place. We have time for this guy, and that's it.
Yeah.
Our stream is over.
Oh no.
Don't cross the streams.
All right.
Alright, here we go.
I don't remember what he does. Just be ready for anything.
Find out.
Alright, get him turned around here.
He's going
Putting his
down.
butt to us. Summon the spawn of Baelgar. Okay, kill those ads.
There's ads.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
little
what
ads.
is?
We
Oh,
need
the
to
little
kill 'em.
ones. There they are. I see it. Alright, that one's gone.
That's what he does. He summons little jerks.
He basically poops.
He's got more ads
Yeah,
under
you'd
him.
think he'd be like pooping rock, though, you know?
These are like plasma blobs.
He's summoning ads right now.
That's okay. He's going down right now.
Is he? Oh, yeah.
You still gotta kill the ads, though.
Yeah, the ads aren't going to go away.
Not in
Yeah.
this case. Yeah.
Not unless you buy an ad blocker.
It is a sash.
I mean-
And it's not
Some of
for
them.
my spec. Too
That's
bad.
13% for me.
Woohoo.
All right. Doesn't do a squat for me, so I'm going to pass.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was...
That was amusing.
There's a quest to turn in.
Yeah, we just killed this dude and we can go turn in the quest.
Yeah. And hopefully we haven't had anything res in between here and where we turn the quest in.
Right.
Hopefully. But we could always teleport in and out. It's just... It's
There's
not
a
that
dog
far
to the
away.
left of us.
I'm following a dog.
Woof.
Woof. Woof. Woof. I'm gonna bark at the neighbors.
Is that a question mark I see up ahead?
Yes.
Mhm. Woot.
And then we can just run out the door here.
Yep. And Crow, you see the mole machine here?
Yeah.
If we
What's
click
up-
on that, we can go to different places in the dungeon
Oh, okay.
and start there instead of having to go through a whole bunch of bullshit. Like
Okay.
so
Cool.
that's
Next
this place is bananas huge. It is like super duper.
Banana, na.
Super,
So I'm just
super
gonna-
big.
I'm just gonna teleport out of the dungeon.
And
I'm
here
gonna
I
go
am
pick up
back
my.
in
I'm gonna
Square.
go to Dairy Queen.
Yeah.
There you go.
I gotta pick up a blizzard.
You're
All
getting
right.
Blizzard now?
Yep.
Okay,
I
I'm
mean, I've
gonna
got-
leave the instant group. Well, I'm pretty sure. Well, it's gonna be 2 weeks before I see you guys on this again.
That's right, because you're gonna be
I'll be out in Hawaii where they're having a horrendous storm right now.
Oh yeah,
Mm,
getting blown around a
but
little
you'll
bit.
be in Hawaii though.
Yeah. Yeah, 85-degree rain. Yeah, it'll be good.
And you forget the wind part.
Yeah. But I told my grandson that I wouldn't be getting the convertible Mustang this trip.
Yeah. All right, so we're not back next Sunday, right? We're off
I'm off.
for Labor Day.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
just double checking.
I believe so, because Crow's in Hawaii, and I imagine everybody will have plans. You know.
Okay, well, I don't, but
I imagine
make
we'll be
plans
at a
now.
friend's doing barbecue for that day.
yeah, that's cool. All right, so we'll do that. That's all right.
Yeah. You'll have your big green egg out, won't you?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I don't know whether any of the
He's
kids are going to be
smoking
around.
some.
I think they're going to be like.
Smoking for just you and Katie, though.
Yeah, it might be Katie. I don't know. Well, that might not be like a big green egg kind of thing. So we'll see. Yeah. If I don't see you between now and the next time I see you, have a good day. Have a good afternoon. Have a wonderful evening. Thanks for stopping by. Throw us a follow and a subscription, and we would love you forever. Talk to you soon. Bye now.